And the needles we using today, 7 curve mag. I do gotta pull out my 7 round liner. I don't think I pulled out my 7 round liner. But we got our 13 curve mag. The other one should be a 7 round liner then. Let's see. And with this last needle we got, no, so that means I got 2 7 curve mags out. This was the wrong needle. I was supposed to be putting out a 7 round liner. Let me get the 7 round line out. And actually for this tattoo, since it's a cover up, I'm gonna be using my 12 gauge. Remember my 12 gauge, I'm not worried about getting no super straight lines. This is gonna be help create textures for the hairs. So 7 round line it is. Starting out 7 curve mag. That's that triple black. Yeah, we starting out with that triple black at the bottom, and we not covering this name, so we're gonna be going around that name. So let's start out with our triple black. And I also got the picture right here on my leg, so I can also look back and forward just to refer back to it. Let's pull the needle in a little bit. I see you got a little hang on them. We like to let it hang out a little bit, but not that much. So, and we're gonna create textures the whole tattoo. I don't think no spot in this tattoo should be really soft and clean and smooth. No, we're trying to create hairs. So the goal for the day is focus on those hairs. I ain't saying overdo it to where it's like super black and you can't tell. But in the dark areas, I'm not just gonna just hit pure black. We're gonna still act like as if it's hair in those dark areas. And I'm still gonna kind of create those hair strokes. Even though we're gonna be building it up to be just black, but once it heal up, we want it to feel like, oh, it's black, but also I see that there's textures inside of that black. And that's my goal inside of this little dark area today. Throughout the whole tattoo, really. But mainly in these darks, we're not trying to use solid black. Even if I use the triple black and use my dynamic black, you probably would see a difference, but not as much of a difference, but enough to see that that triple black is darker. But chances I wouldn't use the regular black right on top of this and make it solid black. I'll kind of thin it down to a dark grayish. But there's definitely ways you could do that though. You can brush that regular black on top to where it's not super saturated. And we still creating textures with the regular dynamic black. But the triple black overall would stand out because it's darker. Keep that in mind. It seems like you feel it already. But y'all, we also not gonna worry about hitting no lines on our leaves, which means I'm gonna use this 7 curve mag and we're gonna structure out our leaves with this black. Make sure it's super solid. And remember, this is underneath the chin of the tiger, so they will definitely have a shadow underneath these leaves. As they go down to the chest, it get dark. We also got to remember that a tiger does have its little white stripes, little white spots. But of course, they're mainly orange. We've been thinking about doing like a purple tiger, which would be great for the cover up itself. But know that they do got their black stripes and they got their orange spots and the white spots. So you got to make sure you kind of differentiate those black stripes and not just have the whole tiger just black. We're going to take out the 7 round line and I'm about to show you how you can add more textures. Like right now I feel the mag did a good job. If we just wanted a little bit more, as if like, okay, it's a little breakage in the leaf, different stuff like that, you could do that. Like small stuff. If you just wanted, if you needed to put more detail, but right now we don't really have to. We're just finding what we already shaded at. If they got a lip piece on side, add that shade there. Pretty much it's gone. Same thing up in here. Like I said, you gotta come with your own liner. Tighten up some of them shades. So big. They say you gotta get up in there. Get up in there. Make it happen. Don't be scared of it. A lot of people be scared to use black, but black is your friend. Just don't over apply. Some people be scared to over apply to make it too dark. No, I think in the beginning, it was never a thing for me, I don't think. Because like I always started from the lights. Not exactly the same pattern that I'm doing now, but I always try to build up. If I was doing black, I ain't just try to saturate it fully black. I'll like kind of layer it in, unless I know for sure that area was just solid black. Because that's how I drew my drawings. All right, y'all. 7 curve May. We about to start sharpening this eye up, mapping it out, and of course I'll be using the edge of this May. Try to keep it clean, not trying to make it super hard either. That's why I'm using the mag to kind of keep it soft instead of using that outliner, that 7 round liner, and just make a hard line. You shading this eye, shading around this eye, keep everything soft. And we don't want them eyes just busting out, and that's why the rest of the tattoo is soft. So that's why I'm going with the mag. Try to keep the same feel. Only time I use that liner most of the time there, creating a little more sharpness for them whiskers. But I still use it like as a shade of not straight into a line. So to keep it soft, keep everything soft. Use a mag if you can't, don't know how to get it soft with a liner. I know I hop back in here on y'all with almost completed piece, but we not done just yet. Still making progress. And we've been pretty much coloring and shading at 6 volts whole time. I think when I started out, what did I do? Yeah, it was pretty much 6 volts the whole tattoo. I think I probably started out on 7, but down to 6 because of shading. I do the whole tattoo with the 4-stroke machine, Ambition Ninja.